I am very passionate about losing game going to waste. It's why I got into this. I called a tracking dog in, I think it was 10 years ago, and I ended up not finding my animal. It gave me peace of mind that we did everything we could to recover.
Seven years ago, being a hunter myself, I lost a mule deer.
So I got into blood tracking about 3 years ago, almost by accident.
I always wondered if a dog could do this type of work, so I just quickly looked on Google, found United Blood Trackers. I was intrigued by what I seen.
My mom got 2 dogs. She found blood tracking and she just instantly loved it.
And so I had a 1-year-old black lab, and I said, hey, I think she's got a good nose. I'd like to try training her. You know, it doesn't have to be like a full-time thing.
Got myself a puppy and trained it and started doing deer and elk recovery.
I started training my dog, and we did our first recovery, and I was hooked.
I watched her through the whole process and went on tracks with her, and then I said that I wanted my own dog.
And ended up, I just got hooked on this and it became a passion.
It was absolutely awesome. It's kind of like you get butterflies in your stomach.
I love my dogs so much. But when we came across tracking in October, it really took it to a whole nother level.
Oh, I love my dog. Maybe a little bit too much.
It became a passion. Borderline addiction, I will say.
It was just wonderful to have a new connection with my dog.
Hey, baby girl. Hi. Are you ready? Hi, baby girl. Risley. Good girl. I know it's hot in there, huh? Are you ready? Are you excited? Yeah. I really love tracking because it combines so many things that I'm really passionate about. One being hunting. I grew up hunting and fishing with my family, and some of the best memories and experiences that I've had have been hunting in the outdoors. Oh, you smell that blood, huh? As a wildlife biologist, I know that hunting is imperative to wildlife management and wildlife conservation. And so a hunter is a key piece to that. And anything I can do as a tracker to assist that hunter to bring that food to their table successfully and know that they did everything possible. I was just smelling all the cow smell. Or on the other side, because not every track is successful, if I could offer that comfort to them that it wasn't a mortal wound, because that's one thing, you know, we always strive for the perfect shot. And as hunters, we don't always get that you can have some assurance that that animal's gonna go on, and you know that you put every best effort into recovering that animal. Yes, good girl, good girl, good girl, Risley, good girl, Risley, yeah, good girl. The reason I love tracking so much is to be able to offer a skill contributing to that effort. Then that's really important to me.
It was a very emotional experience, and that's what I equate it to. It's like you're part of the hunt, but you're not the one pulling the trigger, but you get just as much joy from it, because I've been there myself before. I've shot and lost animals, and it is the worst feeling in the world. You know exactly how those hunters are feeling. Let's let the dog work, and if you guys see blood or anything like that or any sign, make sure to call it out, mark it out. And so when you walk up on the animal and you're able to help bring closure to that, I mean, I've had grown men I've just met an hour ago crying and hugging me because they were so happy. It's more than just a hobby, it's an emotional experience for me, and it's a way to connect with hunting in a way that I had never imagined before.
That's it?
Yeah, we were just sitting out there. He's like, hey, I just posted on Facebook, seeing if anyone has any tracking dogs around. And sure enough.
There you go. Once I got my dog going and we were starting to do real tracks, things started to move and we started getting recoveries. At that point, I started a Facebook page, called it Rocky Mountain Big Game Recovery, and it was just for me and my puppy. Since that, people were taking notice of what me and my dachshund Lucy were doing, and people started getting a hold of me, hey, can I be doing this? And I'd help them get a dog started, and pretty soon it started to grow. In 2022, there was about 5 of us. We got together, we formed a nonprofit, and we kept the name the same, Rocky Mountain Big Game Recovery. Since then, we've really grown. As of today, we have close to 40 members, 40 tracking teams, and we're just kind of spread out through the Rocky Mountain region, helping guys recover wounded game.
We have a Facebook page. People will contact us on there. Also, United Blood Trackers website that a lot of people will go on to. You can click on there and see all the list of trackers that are in your state. We also have now a website for RockyMountainBigGameRecovery.org where you can go on and find a tracker, and it's actually like pins on a map so you can kind of see exactly where they're located. So they can reach out to the trackers that way. The really nice thing about being part of Rocky Mountain Big Game Recovery is we're one big organism, we're one big network. So when a hunter contacts one of us, we can't take it, we send it out to the entire organization with the hunter details and what kind of happened and how to get a hold of the hunter. So that way they don't have to be calling 50 different people to figure out who can come and take their track.
All teams work a little different. They're going to have a routine they're going to go through and talk to you and get to the hit site and then work that dog. You know, these dogs are amazing, but they are creatures that, you know, just like us, can struggle at times depending on conditions. People think, oh, it rained. They can get that scent with rain. I don't wipe tears out of my eyes. I'm not kidding you. I'm an emotional guy. I cry a lot. You passed. There are some limitations out there sometimes with hours. Scent does start to break down with extended hours, but we have recoveries in 30, 40-hour old recoveries.
From roughly the tape, kind of around this way, and then up towards those trees.
So it's a lot like an interview when a hunter calls. You're trying to interview the crime scene. You're trying to figure out what happened. And I've had hunters be extremely accurate, and I've had some of them not even know where they hit the animal. They just know they hit the animal. They couldn't tell me where. You know, you just kind of got to try to get as much information, ask as many questions in as many different ways that you can to try to paint that picture. And so grid searching is a big part of it too. You got to figure out, did him and 10 of his best buddies come out there? Did they tromp all over the place before they called you? Not, you know, putting any hunter down for doing that, because that's a lot. I mean, I've done it. A lot of us do it. When they lose blood, they're like, oh my God, let's fan out, let's try to find it. And that's when you're calling in a dog, I think of it as like a snow-covered field, right? And a deer walks through that snow-covered field. Now take 10 of you and your buddies and go walk across the field. You can visually see how much scent dispersion there is in that field, and it's really hard for a dog to find that. So you want to figure out, did they grid search, where they grid searched. We're just trying to figure out how we can best suit the hunter and get out there in the best way possible to get the animal.
Work your dog, learn your dog. It's really about a relationship with your dog. You are a team. It's not the dog and it's not you, but you are a team.
You learn to read that dog. That dog knows what I'm thinking. I know what that dog's thinking at all times, even when we're just at home.
I love that working relationship with an animal. I think that it's ancestral for that relationship between man and animal, man and dog, and using them for what they were bred for and what they were trained for.
I spent every waking moment with that dog. If I did have to leave the house for work, the dog went with me. If I was going fishing, the dog was with me. It was with me 24/7.
We literally do everything together. If I'm outside, she's outside.
Honestly, to see how happy she gets doing the tracking thing totally fulfills me.
I mean, it's another family member. I love the hell out of my dogs, and once you start doing this work and seeing what they can do and the ability of a working dog, recovering deer and elk, bears, how could you not fall in love with that dog? It's amazing.